here in Alabama with Brent Duffe, mechanic extraordinaire for Haiden and other champions.
Yeah.
So, Alabama, first time here. Any immediate thoughts?
It's a lot nicer than I heard it was going to be. A lot of people told us it was like a dirty city, but man, this area next to the stadium, it's awesome. Like, it's brand new hotels, restaurants. The stadium's real nice. We have indoor pits, which is great for the rain. I don't care if we race in the rain. I just don't want to work in it all day. So it's pretty nice.
So talking about rain, let's go back last week, Daytona. Kind of a mess for everybody. Haiden had a get off, we all know that. But for you guys, knowing that you're coming into a race with potential rain, kind of walk us through a little bit of the setup, things that you guys know that out of the gate you're going to have to do.
Yeah, we paddle tires for everyone. We were hoping we could run a just regular knobby tire, and we went out for press, which press was actually almost canceled because the rain was coming in, but we got through. But we tried to run a knobby tire and realized Daytona, all the 250 guys were on paddles, so we did that. We foamed everything up. We tried a few different suspension setups, and you know, you have the mud factor at Daytona, you have the Daytona factor at Daytona, so it's kind of like chasing setup all night, or all day, and at end of the day you realize just run what works.
What are some of the things that Haiden prefers, like in the mud? I mean, is there any certain thing that he likes done to the bike that may be different from others?
Nah, he doesn't really want any kind of a change of anything. He just wants it to rain. Like, actually, whenever there's rain in the forecast and there's mud, he's excited because he wants to go out and just send it in the mud.
So he likes it.
Yeah, he's got that hanging out attitude, and if you do it in the mud and it works, like, you will win.
Here in Alabama, hanging out with Seth Hammaker. Seth, third place last weekend, you got to feel good about it.
Yeah, it was really good to get back on the podium and at Daytona. So super gnarly track, but I felt like I had a solid ride, nothing super flashy, but just really consistent. But yeah, landed up third.
Had rain.
Yeah.
And
I know I didn't really expect it during the day. I thought it was going to come at night. But yeah, made for an interesting track.
And looks like we're looking at that same philosophy here again, the same scenario in Alabama. It looks like we're going to get rain.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
I think tomorrow, if it doesn't rain like throughout the day a lot, I think we'll be in for a decent track. Obviously, it's going to be still muddy, but today I think it's supposed to dump pretty good. So I don't know. I seen they didn't put the whoops in, and the triples are doubles now. So
they said they cut the track back a little bit.
I think that'll be fine because it'll be challenging enough with the ruts and stuff. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
I was looking forward to this race though, just because of like the dirt. I feel like it was gonna be good being in Alabama, you know. So I don't know. It'll be fun.
It'll be interesting, yeah. In the rain, Alabama dirt, red dirt.
Yeah,
it's
sticky.
It's gonna get a good rut.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be nice. So
Yeah.
it'll be interesting. All right, man. We're gonna let you get back to biking, man. Getting ready.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, Bugsy. Everybody needs sig notes. All right, brother. Thanks, man.
No worries.
All right, hanging out with Cameron McAdoo. Cameron, Daytona, second place. You got to feel good about that.
Yeah, it was nice. It was nice to get a heat win. Second, was kind of bummed initially because I was leading and jumped off the track twice, actually, back-to-back laps in the same section. So, but Tom was riding really good. He was right there, and he had good pace. So it was nice to get good points. It was a really good points night for me. I mean, yeah, round 3, I got 15th at round 1, and at the end of round 3, we're 1 point out of the championship. So that's like pretty significant for us. So yeah, it was a nice night.
So that dirt last week in Daytona, that was new dirt for Daytona. I mean, it seemed super soft. I mean, even outside of the rain, it seemed really soft.
Yeah.
Any takes on that?
It seemed like it was the same dirt. Like, I don't know if they got different dirt. It didn't really seem like when you walk it and you looked at the dirt, it looked the same, but it was extremely soft. Like, press day we rode, and it was going to be gnarly. Whether we got rain or not, it was going to be kind of like when I watch videos of like when RC raced Daytona, you know, when like Daytona used to be like extremely gnarly. breaking down wise. I raced it in 2021 and 22, and it was just very, I guess, just kind of like a really long Supercross track. It was never really that type of dirt, and then this last weekend was nuts. So, yeah, that was a different breed of a track for sure.
So I was just telling Seth, same scenario this weekend. We got rain in the forecast, so
yeah.
Alabama dirt. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah, I see that it's red. It kind of reminds me of like what Atlanta was back when it was in like the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, or even the past couple at the speedways. Yeah, or at the speedways. But it looks like they have the track covered right now. I think the rain's going to be gone before we even get on track, or the track comes uncovered. But we have like 2 inches of rain coming, so it's going to be pretty significant no matter what. And I would say the transitions and the pockets of stuff are going to be really rutted and deep. But I wouldn't say it's going to be a mudder because it's all covered. So the Dirt Wurx guys, they do really well at I always say that in order for it to be a mudder, it has to be raining for the night show. It seems like if it's not raining in the night show, they can make the track like fairly rideable. So,
well, that may be the case because they're saying that the weather tomorrow is expected early in the morning and it may push out. So that may be the case.
Yeah, I mean, it's from what I see, it's supposed to stop at like 6-7 a.m. I don't see it raining at 7 p.m. tomorrow. I might be seeing a different forecast than everyone else, but I don't think for our night show we're going to have rain. That's what I'm seeing. I'm not a meteorologist though. just dirt bike racer.
All right, man. Well, hey, thanks for chatting with us, man, and good luck this weekend.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
All right, hanging out over here with Christien Ducharme. So, Christien, the mechanic extraordinaire for the current points leader, Jett Lawrence.
Yes, sir.
So, and you're probably the man behind that. You wouldn't be there without you.
It's a team effort.
It's a team effort. All right, so it's another rain race this weekend, obviously, or at least that's what they're calling for at this point. Tell us about setup for you guys. I mean, when you know that that's coming in, what's some of your go-tos that you know you got to do to his bike?
It kind of depends on the weather, and the style of it. If it's going to be sloppy mud or if it's going to be sticky mud, right? You kind of got a couple different routes you can go down. But right now, I mean, I'm trying to be optimistic, and hopefully it's not too bad. But obviously, standard, just pack the whole engine compartment with foam as much as you can, skid plate, shifter, brake pedal, everything in there we can. We wait till the morning to see kind of what the status is of the track. I know it's tarped right now, but as far as mud rotors or solid rotors that allow less mud and grit to get into your brake pads and wear them out. For us, I mean, really, it may do an oil cooler depending if it's really muddy or not. But other than that, I mean, it's kind of our only prep we really have to do on the Sonda.
Does he have any specific requests? Anything that he likes on his bike setup for a rain race?
Not necessarily. Maybe a mud seat that has ribs on the side of the seat as well as the top. Other than that, not really. He already runs the Renthal mud grips full time, so we already got those on.
So let's jump back last week in Daytona. You guys were on the line and went for a last-minute tire change.
Yes, sir.
That's gotta be stressful.
It was stressful. It was very stressful, and obviously all week long, seeing all the clips of it and all this and that, is just replaying the stressfulness all over again.
What drove that?
I mean, there's a few factors that drove it more stressful than it should have been, but it's a part of motorsports.
You went with it. So
we went with it, gambled, we paid off. So then we got different things for next time, if there's a next time.
So Daytona was ended up being quite the chaotic round, and obviously everybody's seen when he was smoking out the tires on the fence line, the guys leaning over and ripping his goggles off. That couldn't have put him in a good mood when he got back over to the podium.
I mean, I think the whole race itself played over that little incident, and I didn't even know that happened until I looked back and watched some video of it. I'm like, wow, people actually reached over and ripped his goggles off his head. Like, it shows that some people suck. Like, I don't know, I just didn't really see him. It didn't really settle well with me. I didn't really talk to him about it a whole lot because I didn't really see it until the next day. But he didn't mention anything about it. Obviously, winning Daytona kind of overpowered any little dramas he had with some fan taking his goggles off. But yeah, looking back, I hope any fans that saw it realize that's not a fun thing or nothing that's cool you should do. So maybe they should pay a little more respects to the riders.
So your take on them, storming a hot track? I mean, I know the fans got a little overzealous. They were excited. They were beat up. I get it. But, they jumped onto that hot track. I mean, what's your take on that?
It's embarrassing, man. Like, obviously Daytona, you storm the track after the race. That's been a normal thing, and that's fine. I'm okay with that. But it's pretty disappointing that it was a hot track. Racers are still trying to finish their race, and they had to go through a landmine of these fans just being out of control. Yeah. So that part really sucked, I think. Just not being aware of what the race that's actually going on and all that. So they kind of ruined it for the fans. And hopefully next year, we'll see how it goes, but we may not have fans on the track next year.
Yeah, we're here. There was an upset, so yeah, we'll have to see.
So it's just a big. That's very unfortunate for that event, right? That's a normal thing. They have all the security down there for a reason by the podium. They know it's going to happen, but everyone wasn't paying attention to the race that was going on, and some poor racers and unfortunate people that had to deal with it. As they were still trying to finish their race, tired and long ass race, and then they got dodging drunk fans. So. That sucks. That part sucks.
All right, man. Well, hey, I'm going to let you get back to it. I know you got a lot of bike prep here for the weekend.
Alrighty.
So, hey, thanks for chatting with us, buddy, and good luck this weekend.
No worries. Sounds good. Thank you.
All right, hanging out here with the man who's been gone for a while.
MIA.
But you're back.
We're back, finally.
How you feel?
Good. We're finally to a point where the shoulder is, starting to feel 100% and, getting at least close to it. Just in a better spot all the way around. It just took a lot longer than we thought. So I got hurt on December 14 range, something like that is when I did my shoulder. And I didn't really think it was going to be that big of a deal. I thought it was pretty minor. And we waited a few weeks, tried to ride, and I had zero strength in the shoulder. Tried to ride a little bit before A1. I was like, that's not happening. So kind of pumped the brakes and all that. And then we said, okay, let's just wait a few weeks and we'll keep trying to ride. And then whenever we can, we can. Got MRI, did all the stuff. I was dealing with like some nerve stuff in the shoulder as well, so that's kind of what was taking so long, because that stuff's unpredictable. You don't really know. The rotator cuff wasn't bad enough to be the only thing stopping me from racing. It was everything else. So once we finally got over the hump with that, the shoulder all of a sudden 1 week, like I rode on a Monday and felt good. So I'm like, okay, awesome. But the first 3 weeks I was on the bike was turn track only. I posted a photo of me riding and it was literally just on a little turn track. So it was like that for the next few weeks. It's not like we were right back immediately on Supercross. So we've been on Supercross now for about 4 weeks. But same thing, the first week I couldn't hit the whoops, I couldn't hit the big rhythms. We were just kind of riding, So past 2 weeks have been really productive. Finally feel like I'm getting more up to speed where we can do proper testing with the bike and things like that. So it's been a work in progress for sure, a lot bigger than I thought.
Are you 100% right now?
I think so, yeah. Yeah, we're to the point now where the strength is close enough to feel like I could do it. If the bike gets out of hand and I need to react to it, I can do it. And that was like the main cause of why we were pumping the brakes on everything. It was just so weak to the point where if the bar was to knife, I don't think I could have hung on to it. So we just wanted to be smart about that. The shoulder's a tough one to kind of do that with. So once we got to that point, we got over that hump, then it was like, okay, let's kind of go full speed. So that's where we're at with it.
Yeah. So the Beta bike.
Yeah.
I mean, they're new to the world.
Yep.
Triumph, same way.
Mm-hmm.
How do you gel on that bike? How you liking it?
Honestly, it's been really good. You don't know where to start from. We have no parameter for anything. Like even the first day we got on the bike, where do we set the sag at? We don't know. Just whatever feels good. So that's been the biggest learning curve, is just having zero data to go back on. But in a way, also the biggest blessing is we can kind of steer the ship whatever direction we want it to go, which is cool. It's really good for me. But just trying different stuff that we haven't had the ability to try before because we didn't really have parts or access to things. So, in a way, it's kind of, I don't want to say it's worked out. I would rather prefer to be racing, the whole season. But for me, it was good, though. We got to learn a lot more about the bike, test stuff, try different offsets on clamps and suspension and just all the kind of stuff we didn't get to do before. So it's been good.
So you've been watching, obviously, the races from
Yeah.
the comfort of the couch, which is usually the best seat in the house. But there's a lot of rain races, and of course your first
Yeah.
race back, and we're getting another one here in
Yep.
Alabama.
Yep.
Thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, the rain is, I mean, that's the ultimate equalizer, you know, so it could work in my favor, it could work against me, you just never know with the rain. But, dude, I was just excited. I didn't really care, rain or shine, I wanted to be racing. Originally, the plan was, okay, let's try and shoot for Arlington, so there was a break before that. And like I was saying, I was still at a point where I couldn't even ride the whole Supercross track the week leading up to Arlington, so we were like, okay, not quite ready yet, you know. Same thing, okay, let's see if we can try and do Daytona, not quite there. We had a few things we wanted to test that week that kind of spoiled over into this week. So yeah, this was the first race where we felt like we actually could come back and compete at, and I didn't care rain or shine, I wanted to go race, so here we are.
All right. Well, hey, Colt, thanks for sitting down, buddy.
Yep.
We're glad to have you back, man, and good luck tomorrow.
Thanks, guys, appreciate it.